Hey guys, Jimmy Vegas here, and in this little video we are taking a look at a pack on the Unity Asset Store called Weapons Pack, and it does tag itself as free as well. So let's take a look at it. So you basically get what it describes itself as. You get a pack of weapons, and we get 6 in total, and they're all very different. I think they're really nicely designed. The quality of them is really nice. I mean, yeah, close up, we know that these things may not look as quality and nice as they could be, but remember, this is free, describing itself as free. So I think everything you get here is quite nice. Quality, really well made, really nice. And if we go to the game view, we can see just how nice they are. And as always, if you've got something like post-processing on your game, you can make them look a little bit more different, and just depending on what you want to create here. So quantity-wise, we get the 6 weapons. That's all we really get. I mean, obviously we get the textures and the materials and whatever else as well, and the demo scene that we're in. Always love a good demo scene, I do. But yeah, that's about all we get, which I think is good enough. So nothing really in the way of extras here. You know, like I say, you don't expect to get tons of extras in this kind of thing. You wouldn't expect to get a whole scene with a guy who can swing his sword and everything. You just get the weapons, and that's good enough. They're easy to use, obviously, as well. You can literally drag and drop them from the prefab folder into your scene if you want to. And yeah, it really is as easy as that to use. So how customizable are these particular assets? Well, each one, apart from, I think it's this one and this one, have their own separate material. So you can play around with that material if you want to. So if we take this big one here, and let's play around with this. Let's make it really smooth and a bit more metallic. Head to game, so you can see, yeah, we can customize it. We can make it look more metallic-y if we want to. I think these are probably aimed more towards a fantasy style. So again, depending on what style you're creating and how versatile you think they are, I think it's down to you. I mean, you can't go out and change the way this looks completely because it is one single model, but you can change how it looks in terms of its texture and its material. So price for these, as we said, is free, and the size is just 2.7 meg, and I think that's a really good size for what we get here. So again, if you're aiming for mobile devices or anything like that, these are going to be pretty good, I would say. So how useful are they? I would say very useful. If you're creating a fantasy style game, maybe an RPG or something, these are going to be perfect. These are going to be some fantastic weapons to use, and we're not just limited to swords. We've got a little staff here. We've got kind of axe, we have got the swords, and we've got a staff here as well. So depending on what class you have in your RPG, anything like that, I'd say that these are going to be useful. So I could probably see me using these in a couple of my projects myself, if I'm honest. I do quite like how they look. Folders all neatly laid out, but we do have to go drill down a little bit before we get to the folder where everything is. I don't think that really matters too much, but it's good to see everything neat and tidy in those folders. I don't think there's too much more I can really say on this. I mean, they are just weapons, but I think it comes down to your personal preference of what type of weapon you want in your game. And I think they look really nice. But as you guys know, I don't rate assets. I either recommend them or I don't. And if you are creating some kind of fantasy RPG game, 100% recommend these. I think they're going to be really good weapons for your character to wield and swing around and do whatever you want with them. So RPG wise, fantasy, yes, absolutely recommend them. Maybe not recommend them for a first person shooter unless you're going for something crazy and way out there. Then yeah, I probably would recommend them for that as well. So guys, have you used any of these weapons in your game? If you have, let me know what you think of them in the comments below. Let me know how you've used them in your game as well, because I'm always curious to see how other people use these assets. If you've got an asset on the asset store as well, let me know. I'd love to check it out and maybe review it in one of these videos. And finally, don't forget to click on that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. Help me out here and stay up to date with everything I upload on this channel on video game development, because there's loads to see, learn, and do. So hopefully, guys, I will see you around in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.